It's 5 lights here in Mexico for the LGN Grand Prix. Giro Crisp on pole. He gets an excellent start. Levi goes into second. Dom's in third. Evans in fourth. Ollie up into fifth. AJP falls down the order to seventh. Blazers in eighth. Lungner's ninth. Entire YOLO on his debut in 10th. As the drivers go down to turn one, Levi tries to take the lead of the race. Giro Crisp and Levi get very close. You can see Evan into third. Ollie up into fourth. Dom in fifth. Blazer gets an overtake on LJ in seventh. And the cars now come down to this next corner. Ollie up into P3, battling away. He's going to try and go down the inside of Evan. Ollie tries to make second, and he gets the move done on Evan. And now he'll try and get Levi, who's leading this race. Levi leads from Ollie, then Evan, Giro Crisp down into fourth, then Dom, then AJP, Blazer, Entire YOLO, Lungner, LJ, Totally JD in 11th, and Sizzling Harvey is in 12th. Giro Crisp now goes on the inside of Evan. Can he stick the move down the inside? He does. Giro Crisp gets the move done on Evan. Evan's not going to give up though, and he's going to try and send it down the inside of Giro Crisp. The two drivers get close as they go round up to the straight now. It's close. Ollie gets fastest lap of the race. Ollie into the lead, then Levi, then Evan. As a train of cars come down here on lap 2. Here on sector 2, Levi goes down the inside of Ollie and gets the move done. Levi now in the lead, then Ollie, and Evan is just behind. Ollie is going to try and make a move. Evan overtakes, and Giro Crisp overtakes Ollie, and Ollie's gone from first all the way down into fourth. Dom's just behind. Levi now leads, then Evan, Giro Crisp. Ollie's trying to find a way round, and you can see Dom goes slightly wide. AJP now gets the move done on Dom. As we go on board now with Ollie. Ollie's going to try and send it around the outside. It's going to be close. Late braking. Can Ollie make the move? AJP makes the move and he goes wide. And Ollie gets squeezed. And there's contact between the Haas driver and the AlphaTauri driver. Ollie still thinks he can make a way around Giro Crisp. And the battle for third and fourth continues then. Dom's now right behind them. Ollie is down into fifth. He's going to try and see if he can get round Giro Crisp. As Dom now enters the picture, Ollie goes wide again. Giro Crisp just about sticks ahead of Ollie, but Ollie's going to try and send it around the outside again. He goes wide, so does Dom. And Lungner's just behind Dom, and behind Lungner's Sizzling Harvey. All the drivers then seem to be gaining and catching each other here on lap 3. As we go on board with Evan now, and Evan takes the lead of the race here on lap 4. He's going down the inside of Levi, and he's left him. Just like that then, Evan takes the lead of the Mexico Grand Prix, and he's leading this race then. Levi just behind. As Giro Crisp then gets a time penalty, and that's Totally JD, and he's out. Totally JD has retired here on lap 4. Spins on the S's in sector 2, and that's going to cause a safety car. Totally JD is out of this race. Well, the safety car is coming in here on lap 6. Evan leads the Mexico Grand Prix. Levi's in second, and then Ollie as they get back underway. Evan leads the train of cars down the straight. So we go on board with Levi. Gaining and gaining on Evan. But Evan just too far ahead. As you can see, Ollie gets a 3-second time penalty and goes wide. And Giro Crisp might make the move on Ollie, but Ollie's trying to hold it. Giro Crisp gets forced off the track. And now Giro Crisp and Ollie are side by side for the battle for third. Both drivers have a 3-second time penalty, but Ollie just about stays in third. As you can see then, Evan gets the fastest lap of 1:19.8. Dom now can see Entire YOLO just ahead of him. It's Entire YOLO! And he's spanned, and he's hit the wall, but he hasn't DNF'd. Entire YOLO loses his front wing and falls down to P11. Blazer and AJP and Dom all get the overtake done, and that's going to cause a second safety car of this race. On lap 10. Evan leads, Levi second. The safety car is going in for a second time. Giro Crisp is in third, LJ's in fourth, and Lungner's in fifth. And Lungner gets the overtake done on LJ. And now we're on board with Giro Crisp behind Levi. So they come down the straight then. In sector 1, you can see LJ's trying to make a move on Lungner. Lungner having to defend, and Sizzling H just behind them. As Sizzling H gets a 3-second time penalty, Lungner's now going to try and make a move around Giro Crisp. As we go on board then, with Ollie, the McLaren driver finds himself just behind LJ. Ollie, and he spun! Ollie has spun! And he's retired from this race. Ollie, who was leading this race, has DNF'd here in Mexico. And that means his championship hopes of winning the Drivers' Championship go down the drain as we get the onboard view for Giro Crisp. He's got DRS. He goes around the outside of Evan and takes the lead of the race. Giro Crisp goes into first. Evan falls down into P2 and Levi is just behind. There's 3 drivers all fighting for first. As we go then on to the final lap of this race, Giro Crisp leads, Evan in second, Levi in third, Lugner's in P4, LJ's in P5, and Ty Yolo on his debut is in 6th. Can Dylan somehow pull 6 seconds on one lap? It's going to be almost impossible. Evan just needs to stay behind Giro Crisp and Levi just needs to stay behind Evan. And that'll see Levi into P2 as it stands. As we come round the final corner, Giro Crisp crosses the line first, but Evan takes the lead and wins the Grand Prix because Giro Crisp had 6 seconds. Levi comes home in second, which means Evan Cornwell is the Season 2 LGN Drivers' Champion for this season. He had an excellent drive today. Evan Cornwell wins the Mexico Grand Prix. Lugner comes home in P4. LJ comes home in P5. And Ty Yolo on his LGN debut comes home in P6. AJP comes home in P7. Sizzling Harvey comes home in 8th. And Dom comes home in 9th. Here he is then, your Season 2 LGN Drivers' Champion. Evan Cornwell wins the Mexico Grand Prix. Levi comes home in second. And GRL Crisp comes home in third. Thank you for watching today's video as the drivers celebrate their podium and Evan celebrates his championship. We will see you next week around Brazil as the drivers spray their champagne. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.